All right, let's call this meeting to order. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, first item on the agenda is the approval of minutes from our meeting 2 weeks ago. We had a public hearing on the Garofalo accessory apartment and then a resolution to grant approval for the Garofalo accessory apartment, which passed 5-0 with one absence. Then we had the amended Sherman Hill development. Site plan and special use permit and resolution reaffirming the prior seeker determination for the Sherman Hill Road multifamily development, and that passed 5-0 with one absence. And then we had the Redless Private Family Cemetery. The resolution was to grant special use permit and site plan approval for the Redless Cemetery. The vote for that was 3-2 with one absence. Planning board votes require 4 votes in the affirmative. So that resolution was not approved. And then we adjourned. Need a motion to accept the minutes. Motion made by Member Villano.
Second.
Seconded by Member Palmer. Discussion? No discussion. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed say no. Okay, that motion passes 5-0 with one absence. All right, the next item on the agenda is a public hearing for Lake Ellis Country Inn. So if the applicant would like to speak, and then we'll open the public hearing. Anybody who'd like to speak at this public hearing, please sign in at the sign-in sheet in front here, please. I'll just go through a few things here. This was a letter from the Department of Health. There's no objection for us serving as a lead agency. And the proposal will require engineer design and approval for water supply and sewage disposal systems. That's from the Department of Health. This memo was from last month, right? Frank?
Yeah, I didn't write a new one.
Not a new one, right? Okay. And then, thank you. From Dutchess County Department of Planning and Development, it's a matter of local concern and no comments. And letter from the J.H. Ketchum Hose Company. We can go through this after you speak. So, go ahead.
Perfect. All right, everyone. Good to see you all again. So for the public's benefit, I'll just briefly go through the application. This is a adaptive reuse of an existing residential site. The site is on a 236-acre parcel within the RU zoning district. The applicant is proposing to convert several existing structures into country inn lodging facilities. The main house will be converted into a 12-unit lodging building, and the garage, also called the annex, is going to be a 6 dwelling unit or a 6 lodging unit facility. The events are really to supplement the applicant's existing business, so there's really not going to be so much large events centered around this site. This is more for a family retreat, corporate retreat sort of vibe, where people will rent out the facility, spend for the weekend with a small close group of people, and then depart. So this is not so much a transient lodging use where people are coming in and out. It's more of a more of a rental for a week or so and then leave. So what we've gone through is we discussed with the the planning board is that there's going to be a limit on the number of people that could attend an event on this property. As we discussed in the past, this is not so much an event space, but we wanted to leave the option open in case someone wanted to have, say, a wedding reception or a rehearsal dinner on this facility. So again, that is limited to a 200-person maximum. And then we are in discussions with the applicant on fine-tuning the event note to put restrictions on the number of the weekends that may occur. Right now, so I believe all the outstanding comments were addressed, except for the fire department letter, which we received today. And we're working with President Kelly. We're going to be meeting out on the site. I believe it's sometime this week to go through their comments and see what we can do to address those. Otherwise, there's nothing really new to share. I'm happy to answer any questions the board may have.
Okay. So you're still trying to come up with a number for an upper limit of a number of events in 1 year?
Correct. Yeah, we're fine tuning it with the applicant.
All right.
We'll revise the site plan accordingly.
Okay. I don't have any further comments or questions.
Done here.
Palmer,
Nope.
Or Leno. All right. Engineer Berger,
No, nothing.
Planner Werner.
Yeah, I didn't have any new comments for this meeting since we didn't get a new submission, and it sounds like they're still working out some of the details on their response on the, number of people. The only comments that were left open were just making sure we get the fire department and highway super involved on the access road. Any comments they have, and that's in the works. The fire department has issued a letter. I understand, Joe, I think you went out with Jason too. So they're preparing some.
The highway superintendent.
Yes, with Jason, the highway super. So they're preparing some comments for that as well. I guess the only question I would have is on the one fire department comment, I was looking at it earlier. They want a road down to the lake. If that would change the stormwater and disturbance size for the site.
Just to touch base on that, there are several existing roadways and pathways down to the lake. When we meet on site with the fire department, we'll discuss those and make sure those are adequate for their use.
Okay. Yeah, that was it. We just recommended discussing any of those comments and then having the hearing from the public with the public hearing.
Thank you. Attorney Polidoro.
We're waiting on the new information about the event limitations. Once you do meet with the fire department, we would like a written response to their comments for the record. And that's it.
Okay. All right. Thank you. All right. Need a motion to open the public hearing for Lake Ellis Country Inn. Motion made by
So moved.
Member
Second.
Zador, second by Member Palmer. Discussion. Seeing no discussion, all those in favor of opening this public hearing say aye.
Aye.
Public hearing is now open. We have one person who has signed up to speak at this public hearing, Mara Shelby. If you could please come to the podium.
Hi there, I'm Mara Shelby. I own Falconwood Farms, 188 Lake Ellis Road,
Okay.
so we're
You'll have 3 minutes.
pretty much the nearest neighbor to, besides Camp Vermont, to this development. We're not saying anything against the country inn, that's fine. The only problems that we see is that, I don't know if the planning board has done a site visit, but there is a one-lane bridge before our property. It's the scene of several accidents of various kinds, usually unreported, usually four-wheelers, golf carts, that kind of thing. The bridge has recently undergone a change. It used to be stacked stone, now it's back to concrete. Even Camp Vermont, who has an entrance on Lake Ellis, has changed the way their traffic goes on visiting weekends and that kind of thing. Used to be that the road was a single line of traffic, just bumper to bumper, for visiting days. They now bus people in. I guess their parking is at Boyce Park, or whatever. The only thing I'm worried about is when there is an event. And the fact that you want to limit it is a great sign for me. And if there could be some warning ahead of time so that people aren't stuck in their houses like we used to be on visiting day, where you couldn't get out of the road. That would be great. And also, I'd like to know if that bridge can handle that type of traffic. It's over a stream. I don't think it can be widened, but it's seen some better days. So that's something I'd like looked into. And also a warning, just when there are big events. That's it.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, that is it for people who have signed up for speaking at this public hearing. Any other members of the public who would like to speak at this public hearing, please come to the podium at this time. Okay. What would we like to do? Keep the public hearing open, close the public hearing, leave it open for comments.
I would keep it over for written comments.
Let's see. We wouldn't be making a decision tonight anyway. We're still waiting on the fire department.
Yeah, I would recommend keeping it open until you receive the fire department and highway super comments.
You got the fire department, so.
Well,
You got
the response to their comments.
yeah.
Okay, so then why don't we just look to continue the hearing until our next meeting then. So, motion to continue the public hearing to,
So moved.
that would be July 6th at 7 p.m. or soon thereafter as public comments can be heard. Motion made by
Emma Williams.
seconded by
Second.
Member Sador. Discussion? Seeing no discussion, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed say no. Okay, public hearing is now continued. So, I guess take into consideration the idea of some kind of, notice. I could see where if it's just going to be a normal, use of the property, everybody's just staying in the rooms. It's not really an event per se. I don't know if that's necessary. It's like 20 people or 30. I don't know. I think there's some kind of reasonability where I understand what Ms. Shelby's saying that it's gonna be 200 people, could be the maximum. Then maybe that could be something that's certainly known well in advance, and then just hey, on this date, this time. You're not asking for permission. You're just saying this is what's gonna happen, just so you know.
No, we'll mull it over with
So yeah,
them
that's
and see
I
what
think
we
there's
can
some
do.
kind of reasonable number there where no one needs to worry about 20 people, but I think understandably people could worry about 200. So
Understood? For revisions.
Say anything over 50, maybe.
maybe or 100. I don't know. Just come back. We discuss it. And, the number of events, and then just what. Curious how it goes with the fire department. That should happen in the next couple weeks.
I believe it's scheduled for this week.
This week. Okay.
Correct?
We have to throw them some dates. We
Oh.
just got the
Yeah.
letter,
Yeah.
Sure. Right. Yeah. Okay.
but we did reach out to them.
Yeah.
And we're gonna get right on it, get some dates.
Yeah. Our next meeting is 3 weeks. 3 weeks from today. So. Okay.
Perfect.
Anything about the bridge?
I mean,
Thank-
the highway.
Structural
I don't think-
engineer?
you've driven that with the highway superintendent. Do you have any thoughts? I mean, I when I drove over, I'm like, you can't have two cars pass each other on
No,
this
but
bridge.
that's the condition they have now, and
Yeah.
the highway super didn't have any concern on it.
Right.
So he's gonna be okay with it. It's the number of events per year that's you're gonna have to think about. But for normal
Just because of
traffic,
more the wear and tear on the road.
Right.
well, I mean, more because it's single traffic, not because of the load.
Oh,
Even
okay.
200 cars on that's not gonna be a problem. It's just a
Right.
single lane event.
Yeah. I mean, 200 people should not be 200 cars, but
No, it'd be like
100
100
cars. But
maybe
yeah.
75, depending on the number.
Sure.
Yeah.
And it's an event, so you have an expectation that
Mm.
most people are arriving within the same hour or two.
Yeah.
Some hours later, most people are leaving within the same hour or
Yeah.
two.
So it's
It's not as though there'd be a lot of
no.
traffic at the same
So it won't be
time.
enough of a load for that culvert bridge to have an issue, but
Sure.
it's more of a traffic control.
Okay.
And do you have any indication when we might hear back from the highway department?
He should have, he's in the process of, he's already, we inspected it. We saw no issue, so it should be any day now.
Perfect.
In writing a memo.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, he's preparing a
Yeah.
memo.
Okay. Cool. All right. Anything else? Discuss here? No. Okay.
So it would be helpful to have the new information in advance of the meeting?
Yeah, I mean, so, given the, 90-something% of the issues have already been discussed and thought of. I don't know that we need to hold this application to the deadline of, what, that would be this Wednesday?
Sorry.
No, I'm saying, so,
Yeah, I mean, really, it's just text revisions on a note
right,
is the only edits, and whatever our conversation with the fire department.
right. So,
Next Tuesday is the deadline, I think.
Hmm?
For the meeting on July 7th, or sorry, July 6th. The deadline is next Tuesday, the 23rd, according to my calendar.
no, wouldn't it be this Wednesday?
Wednesday's the
Yeah, 19 days before. Correct?
17th.
I have it on the agenda. Hold on.
Okay. I could have it wrong.
17th.
I mean, we would really
Yeah.
appreciate the extra time so we could have that.
Right,
conversation.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. So June 24th, so July, I mean, again, the little bit of information we're looking for, I would entertain a motion to extend the deadline to, June 3rd? 24th? At least the 24th, yeah.
Said the 24th.
So, yeah, motion to extend the deadline to Wednesday, June 24th at noon. Motion made by member Bolano, seconded by
Second.
member Palmer. Discussion. Seeing no discussion, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed say no. Okay, that passes 5-0 with one absence, so.
Alright.
Okay,
Perfect.
thank you.
Thank you very much, everyone.
Yes.
Thank you.
All right, next, old business, 207 Dual Hollow Road channel stabilization.
Have a nice night, everyone.
You too. Good evening.
Evening, Evan Huntington with Insight Engineering, surveying and landscape architecture. So it's been a little bit since we've been in front of the board.
Yes.
But since our last meeting, we did the partial jurisdictional determination with the DEC.
Mhm.
Came back with a positive determination, so we had the DEC out there. They delineated the wetland, flagged it, we had it survey located, did a wetland validation map, which they signed. So that's now shown on the plans.
Okay.
We submitted to the DEC, at the same time that we submitted this previous application, for a freshwater wetlands permit for this disturbance within the 100-foot adjacent area and the wetland itself. Not much has changed with the plans. We did adjust the alignment where we are moving the channel slightly, just to where we move the channel, we try to keep all of that disturbance out of the buffer, and then kind of at that 100-foot buffer line is where we get back into the existing channel, where we're gonna start stabilizing what's already there. Just again, to minimize some of the disturbance within the adjacent area and the wetland itself.
Okay, so this is the, Henry, watch out. So this is the,
That's
this is the current channel, right? Okay, kind of goes towards the house and then makes a left turn and that way. And so then this is where the new channel is going to be?
Correct. Previously, we had it extending further to the
Left.
north and kind of heading where the existing channel makes the 90 to the right.
Okay,
So we pulled that back a little bit just to keep most of it out of the adjacent area.
Okay.
Another thing we had since the previous meeting is, there were 7 trees on site that needed to be cut down, for the construction of the new channel. Based on discussions with the town and the DEC, felling the trees without grubbing the stumps do not require any permits from the DEC or the town. So we did cut down 7 trees ahead of the March 31st deadline, just so that way they can be down outside of the, that restriction.
Okay. And with the New York State DEC wetland, so this line here is the line, that is the wetland,
Yes,
and then this is the 100-foot.
correct.
Okay, so the work you're looking to do is not in the wetlands, it's
There is
within 100 feet of the wetlands.
There's a portion of the existing channel that we're gonna stabilize within the wetland.
Oh, within the wetlands. Oh, okay. That's different than what we discussed.
Well, it's a new, it's as a result of their delineation with DEC. They've,
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm saying, I remember when we discussed it before, was that it was going to be in,
We
not in the
thought-
wetlands, but
we
in the
thought
100-foot
their line
buffer.
would've been further back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't know what that,
It's still a permit process, and they're in the works with that. So
okay. Anything further you wanted to add at this
No,
moment? Okay. Any comments, questions from board members?
Or, I was on the site walk. Are you gonna do any regrading from the house to the new?
Yeah, that's still
stream
on-
bed.
That's still on the plans, just to,
Yeah, okay.
there's a slight berm
Mhm.
between the house and the current
Right.
channel.
Yes.
That's proposed to be knocked down a little bit, just so everything pitches away from the lawn and the house
Right.
to get into that channel.
And then the old channel being filled in or just left? Okay,
Filled in.
filled in. Okay.
Thank you.
That's it?
I'm good.
Member Williams, Member Sidor?
Nope.
Okay. Whoever like to go first?
yeah, I can start.
Okay.
Yeah, this is a erosion control permit, so it's mostly engineering. But we did determine that the last time they were here that it actually meets a site plan requirement too.
Mhm.
So, and they've gone ahead and they've submitted the application to correct that and call it erosion control and site plan. They submitted the fees for that, so that's been addressed. I'm looking at comment 3. Keep going. 4 is the same, except, since it is a site plan, it's really a focused site plan on a engineering issue. So I think most of the requirements of a site plan that you have in the code can be waived here. They've already identified trees that they needed to cut down. They're
And they cut them
showing
down.
that they have cut down, and they're showing the extent of the work, and the wetlands are on there now. So I think if it's been satisfied as far as the site plan submission.
That doesn't sound like, the changes that have been made don't sound significant enough that we should really, I think, go out there again. If we saw it,
Yeah,
Nothing's-
like I said, we just shifted it slightly.
Right. Okay. Continue, please.
Yeah, so comment 6, it did require that we have them fill out a full EAF since it's a major project, and they've submitted that. Was that done to the latest form? It just got changed on June 12th. You might want to do that between now and then, or in the next meeting, because they did
Okay.
update the forms officially.
Yeah, I think it just came out like.
Yeah, it
last
has the-
Friday.
It has the disadvantaged communities question in it now. So just to be thorough, you might want to just
Okay.
rerun that.
Okay.
Or maybe just do the last page, because that's the one that changed.
Okay.
Are there any other, just as an aside from this project, are any other projects that needs to be considered for? They were just here.
Yeah, Lake Ellis it would qualify for that as well. Yeah. It just came out
Sure.
Friday, so yeah, I just thought of it. So
What is the guidance on that? Like, hey, the project's already in motion and now we've changed the form, so.
Everything that hasn't received a neg deck.
Yeah, if you're still actively in
Okay.
seeker review, it should be.
Well, since they've just left like 10 minutes ago, can one of you reach out to
Yes.
them and be like, hey, just, okay,
Will do. Yeah.
thank you. Please continue.
No, it's
I guess also just think about any other projects that this might come up then.
yes.
Thank you.
We included it in solar in advance.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
CEAs, let's see, that's been addressed, especially with DEC being involved here. Everything that deals with that CEA, which is the wetland that's over there, will be addressed through the permitting process. So I don't think the town board or the planning board has to worry about that issue. It'll be addressed. Comment 8 is all about the wetlands again, and there's some old comments in there about the process, which has since been kind of in flux. But regardless, they've gone out there, they've had DEC come out, field delineate, they have the validation map. They're going to go through a permitting process. I think that's enough comfort for the board. However, we never circulated for seeker, so technically we should do that now. We just identified this EAF issue, now that I'm thinking about it. But maybe that can be quickly addressed and we can circulate this week still. But we should have DEC identified on that circulation because they're an involved agency now because they're permitting something.
Sure.
They're issuing a discretionary approval. So
Right.
they're now an involved agency. So just making sure that that goes out to them when it's officially done. And I think there's a resolution tonight to do that. And the endangered species question was addressed. The trees were cut down that needed to be cut down in the appropriate window. That's not a concern. The highway super, this can be referred to county planning now because we have a complete application. That's comment 10. Number 11, the highway super is planning some work for the culvert too, so we just recommended that that be coordinated, and I think Joe can speak a little bit more to that as well. And the last one was just about DEC being involved and being included on circulation. So the recommendations are discuss the comments, refer to county planning, discuss any status on the highway department's review. We can classify as unlisted and circulate for seeker. And then if you're ready to, a public hearing can be discussed too.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Planner Werner. Engineer Berger.
Yeah, you're gonna be, now you're disturbing a little bit of the stream there, right? Have you reached out to Army Corps to see if you're also gonna need to have a joint permit with them? I mean, it's possible. You do it at the same time with your DEC, but it's a separate permit. And then it's the water quality permit along with it too. Might as well. All depends on the classification and whether they determine it's sufficient. How much area are you disturbing totally on that now?
It's on the project plans, we broke it out.
Yeah.
Total disturbance.
It's, well, you're still under an acre,
Yes.
still under the acre, right? So you're not gonna do a SWIP. Yeah, because it's under the acre, but you already filed for the chapter 65, so we're fine. And so my only con is the Army Corps involvement possible. And that may affect the circulation too, right?
Well, I was going to ask, do we need to add that to the
Circulation.
resolution here?
Mhm. Okay, and that's all I have. Yeah,
Technically, they're not interested or involved, but
it may be because of the,
we can switch them with the town board and JH Ketchum because we decided those don't need to be in there.
but they may be involved if they decide that it needs a water quality permit and a stream disturbance permit.
Yeah.
Because of the bed, you're going into the bed of the stream. Before you weren't, now you are.
That, Attorney Polidoro, that's
So we have a resolution tonight, now that we have a complete application, to classify the project and send it out to involved and interested agencies. This starts the process, and it will allow DEC to move forward with the processing of its wetland permit.
okay. And so so right now, I've edited it, so now the interested and involved agencies are the New York State Department of Environmental Conservation, United States Army Corps of Engineers, and the Town of Dover Highway Department.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, thank you. Engineer Berger, I'm sorry, anything further there?
No, I'm fine.
Okay, and Attorney Polidoro, anything further? Okay. Members of the planning board, haven't heard from our consultants. Any further comments or questions at this time?
None here.
Okay. Anything further you'd like to add? Or? Okay. All right, so then, me just look at the, so this does not need to include the Dutchess County Department of Planning?
It's in there. It's number 3.
Oh, it's just not part, okay.
Oh, I didn't, not for, yeah. The
Not-
referral is in.
Yeah,
item
the
3.
referral's here, but just not as an involved interstate.
No.
Okay, all right. And then, okay. All right, resolution to classify the action and declare intent to serve as lead agency in a coordinated review. Just save this. Whereas the applicants, Constance Duhamel and Carolyn Handler, have submitted an application for site plan approval and erosion sediment control permit approval to reroute an existing eroded stormwater channel to a new stabilized channel on an existing lot known as a project located at 207 Dual Hollow Road, Dover, identified as tax lot number 132-600-7159-00-740493, known as the property. And whereas the project is located in the RC zoning district and upland aquifer, principal aquifer, and stream corridor overlay districts. And whereas the project is depicted on a plan entitled 207 Dual Hollow Channel Stabilization, prepared by Insight Engineering, Surveying, and Landscape Architecture, PC, sheets 1 through 3, dated October 29, 2025, last revised May 27, 2026, known collectively as the site plan set. And whereas the project will result in approximately 7,300 square feet of disturbance within a New York State DEC wetland and 10,400 square feet of disturbance within the adjacent area. And whereas pursuant to section 145-14E of the zoning law, the site plan approval is required for filling or excavation of an area in excess of 5,000 square feet in the stream corridor overlay district within any 1-year period. And whereas the applicants have submitted a full environmental assessment form, EAF, dated May 27, 2026, pursuant to the State Environmental Quality Review Act, or SECRA. And whereas the applicants have submitted an agricultural data statement dated May 27, 2026, due to the property's proximity to Dutchess County Agricultural District 21. And whereas in accordance with SECRA, the planning board is required to determine the classification of the proposed project, and whereas pursuant to 6 NYCRR sections 617.4 and 617.5, a project that is neither type 1 nor type 2 is unlisted. And whereas pursuant to section 239M of the General Municipal Law and section 145-62E, subsection 1 of the Town of Dover the Dover Town Code, a project within 500 feet of a county agricultural district must be referred to the Dutchess County Department of Planning and Development. Now therefore be it resolved that the planning board hereby, 1, classifies the project as an unlisted action, 2, declares its intent to serve as lead agency in a coordinated secret review and directs the secretary to circulate notice of its intent to serve as lead agency to all involved and interested agencies. 3, directs its secretary to refer the application to the Dutchess County Department of Planning and Development pursuant to GML section 239-M. Okay, this resolution is being offered by
So moved.
Member Palmer, seconded by
Second.
Member Sador. Discussion? So it's still titled as Dual Hamel Erosion and Sediment Control Permit. It's a site plan approval and erosion sediment control permit.
All right, we can add site plan and sediment
Right,
control
so-
permit.
And then sediment control, site plan approval. Motion to amend the resolution made by myself, seconded by
Second.
Member Sador. Discussion on the amendment. Seeing no discussion, all in favor of the amendment say aye.
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 Any opposed say no. Okay, the resolution is amended. Now it says Dual Hollow site plan approval and erosion sediment control permit.
Member Williams?
Any further
Aye.
discussion on this
Sorry.
resolution? Seeing no further discussion, Secretary, please call the roll.
Member Williams?
Aye.
Member Valano?
Aye.
Member Sador?
Aye.
Member Palmer?
Aye.
Chairman Courtine?
Aye, this resolution is adopted 5-0 with 1 absence. All right, so anything further with this applicant this evening?
At some point, we do need to set a hearing. Do you want to wait until items come back, or do you want to try to set one out for end of July or beginning of August?
I mean, we were just discussing who might be here or not for later this, for the summer. So, I think we'll know better about some of this stuff, if not by the first meeting in July, certainly by the second one. So,
Okay.
If we can coordinate it so it's after the 30-day window, and then hopefully wrap up seeker and public hearing at the same time, just to
Right.
consolidate.
yeah, I mean, the second meeting of July would be the July 20th, which is 5 weeks from tonight. So that's 35 days. So, okay. That works. I guess we could just plan for this to be on the agenda for July 20th. Okay. Is there anything further you would submit to the planning board by our,
Where we just do the revised EAF for circulation.
Yeah.
right,
But yeah,
yeah,
unless we get comments from DEC, just, yeah, we wouldn't have anything.
okay. The deadline for the July 20th meeting is July 1st. Yeah. Okay,
Start circulation as soon as possible.
sure.
And is that the July 20th meeting public hearing, or?
I mean, would we? I guess we should. We would have sufficient information for the public to discuss this July 20th. Yes. I mean, anything that would prevent that.
Yep.
All right. Motion to set a public hearing for 207 Dual Hollow Road Channel Civilization for the planning board meeting of July 20th, 2026 at 7 p.m. or soon thereafter, as public may be heard. Motion made by
So moved.
Member Palmer, seconded by Member Villano. Discussion? Seeing no discussion, all those in favor of the motion, set that public hearing as stated, say aye. Aye. Any opposed, say no. Okay, that passes. So there'll be a public hearing on Monday, July 20th.
Do you need any additional plans for circulation?
Sorry?
Do we need to submit any additional plans for circulation?
Sorry, I was-
Any additional plans for circulation? Do you need any, do they need to submit anything further?
I haven't gotten anything.
Do they need,
Please drop off 3 sets of plans.
Okay.
yes.
Great.
And then
Is there before you get to
the,
Oh, 4. Well, that's
is it 3 or 4?
I have to send hard copies to Dutchess County.
Okay, great, thank you.
And when you do that, then Secretary McMillan should give you a sign to put out for the public hearing for July 20th. Okay. Okay. All right, thank you. All right, so our next meeting is scheduled for July 6th. The deadline for that is 2 days from now.
We have extension, Luciano.
Can we
And
give
that-
him an award?
And that's the whole night.
And now we have Parmalee Road. I gave you today a lot line adjustment.
Which one?
Parmalee Road, where they built the garage.
Right.
Lee Road?
Yeah. What about Summer Street? What do we?
Jeff Schultz is selling property
Yeah.
to Mr. Mershon.
Right.
Because the
What-
garage is not the property.
Right. What about the Summer Street?
They haven't sent an application
Oh, okay.
yet.
That
So
we-
if
that
it
was the
comes in, that'll
preliminary-
be on the next, if
that
it
was the
comes in
preliminary discussion.
Wednesday.
I think it was
Okay.
it was a pre-app that we kind of
This is just pre-application, right?
handled over email and told them to submit. I
Yeah.
think.
So that's what, it hasn't been submitted.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. And then Lake Ellis, public hearing continued. All right. And then July 20th, deadline July 1st. Any further business before this planning board? Seeing no further business. Yes?
Point. Red List did request to be placed on the agenda.
Right.
I know that there's an outstanding escrow request,
Yes.
but I want to note for the record that even if it were on tonight, there's not enough members to change a vote.
I mean,
Oh.
I voted no, nothing's changed, so. Anyone else? You weren't here.
Does that mean I can vote?
You could vote. I mean, has anything changed? I mean, as of now, the vote would
It'd
be
still be,
either, well, I don't know if you want to presume for Member Sador, but there's 2 in favor, 2 opposed, and
right, not enough for a motion.
There's not
tonight,
4.
So,
so,
Yep.
you know, yeah. But also, there's not 4 for a denial. Just to be clear, it hasn't been denied, it just hasn't been approved.
correct,
So,
in limbo.
okay.
Makes sense.
I'm lost. But
Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
Well, so if, the resolution was to approve the project.
Right, so there was
So
2,
there was 3 in favor of approving it and 2
Yeah.
against approving it.
right,
So that doesn't approve it because you need 4 votes of a 7-member planning board to approve anything.
So the motion.
So then
failed.
if then member Villano and I said, okay, then let's make a motion to deny it, motion seconded, presumably you would say, no, I don't want to deny it.
but if we had one more vote of yea, that would be 4-2.
Well, yeah, right, if there was 4 people in favor, right, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm saying, it's just that, all I'm saying is it has been approved, it hasn't been denied. It's just kind of in this in-between limbo
Understood.
state. So, because, what normally happens is after you have a resolution of approval that goes down, then logically you might say, oh, well, okay, let's have a motion to deny the application. But I don't imagine if you just voted to approve it, you're going to then vote to deny it. So
Correct.
there's not 4 votes for denying it either.
Correct.
So that's what I mean. We're just kind of in this limbo.
An impasse.
Part of the issue is it's a 7-member planning board that has 6 members. You still need 4 votes.
There's only 5.
And part of the issue is last meeting there was 5 members present. This meeting there's 5 members present. There's still 2 members who are opposed to the resolution in its current form and the project in its current state. So there's not 4 votes in favor of this project. There's also not 4 votes against this project.
Exactly. I got it.
Well, we can talk more after the meeting, I guess, at this
It's not
point.
as
I don't know how to
confusing as
explain
it seems.
no, I get it.
Okay, all right.
Just didn't know if I'm supposed to vote or
You could vote.
then I vote nay.
Okay. There's no vote on the table.
Doesn't get us anywhere, but
No, because if all 6 members were here,
right
then the
where we
vote would
are.
be 3-3. There's still not 4 votes either way. Any further discussion on anything before the planning board this evening?
No, thank you.
All right. I'll make a motion to adjourn, seconded by
second.
Member Sador. All in favor of adjournment, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. We're adjourned.